Hey, hey, welcome back, guys. All right, let's go ahead and jump on in. Libras, I haven't done a live Libra video in a long time, and I was like, let's do this one live, shall we? Hi, Violet. You were first in the house, darling. Um, we are starting out with the Four of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Okay, Four of Cups, Ten of Wands. We seem to have kind of some sorrow in here. Somebody very disappointed, somebody who feels like they've been walking in the dark, but you notice the end of this lonely time is here, right? I almost feel like somebody's been feeling like they've been on a hermit's journey and they're about done with that now. This could be a feminine who has felt very alone for quite some time, and it's going to be very refreshing now that she's done wandering the countryside and is making her way into the city limits at last. Someone could literally walk, maybe they live rurally and they like walk into town sometimes to like clear their mind. Maybe they walk a lot by themselves when they're stressed out and their feet happen to be taking them to like a more well lit, maybe there's an outside restaurant or bar, and it's like, oh my gosh, there's all these people. I was still kind of like walking off my loneliness or my distress, but now I found myself here at the edge of some bar or restaurant where it's kind of like well lit and it might be kind of fun and there might be human beings to engage with, and I didn't even know that's what I needed. But subconsciously, Libra did know they needed that, because this is the Empress coming in. And again, here's this gateway to the next chapter of a character's life. Sometimes I think our soul knows more than we do. Hey guys, great to see everybody. Sometimes I think a character knows what they need to do, where they need to go, even if it's, I'm not trying to say that Libra is a horse or a dog, but the instinct that you see. They say like horses can find their way home sometimes even in a blizzard. I can guarantee you that if I suddenly turned to Aries in the car and said, hey babe, why don't you drive the rest of the way home? He knows exactly every turn, every corner. He remembers where we used to live. He remembers the way to Nana's house. He remembers the way to his favorite walkie spot, like his favorite hikey spot. Like he knows. And if we're ever driving on a road that he's unfamiliar with, he is standing and completely alert, because his brain is mapping out to remember in case this is an important place that he needs to be able to find again. And it's fascinating to see how, like he's not just a little passenger being lugged around. He is my co-pilot. But my point is, instinct sometimes drives us where we need to go. We pay attention to the signs and symbols. Maybe Libra is going to wind up traveling just the road that their instinct told them to take, even if their big brain wasn't cognizant of it. Their instinct took them to the land of light. You notice that we have kind of like this dark journey, and now we have all this bright energy. And here's this arched doorway, probably the same one that Libra's walking through here. This really is symbolic of the lonely times are over. And our Libra, thank God, they're so, instinctual. I think Libra knew just how to heal themselves. I think that and they also knew when they were done healing and when it was time to come back into, like associating with other people again. I think Libra took just exactly the path they needed for the amount of time that they needed. And now they're like, yeah, this is just where I needed to be at just this moment in time. Honestly, I feel amazing. I'm ready to interact. I'm ready for like the next chapter of my life, my empire. Bring it on. And the universe is like, excellent. We've had it here for you. Now, it has taken a little bit of time. And I say that because we do have the little spider that is like, dripping from the universe's hand. So if a spider has time to start, building this little web and stuff, then we know that a little bit of time passed. I mean, granted, you can wake up and you have like this whole netting. It's such spider season where I'm at right now. That like all of my stairs, I have to sweep away because I've got little crawly friends making little cobweb houses on my stairwell. But my outside stairwell, not my inside house. But we can see that there is this lovely home. I feel like Libra might be moving they might have found where they belong, or they feel this has been preserved for them. Okay, whatever this is, Libra had to do what they had to do to get healed, and now they've arrived. And what was saved for them, you know, that cliche that everybody hates hearing, what's meant for you will never pass you by. Thing is, there's a little bit of truth to that, maybe, and this is evidence of that. But I would switch the wording and say, what is meant for you, you won't pass by. You'll come to it when you're ready to receive it. That gift was sitting there, and spiders were crawling around on it because Libra wasn't accepting or receiving the gift from the universe yet, but it was still earmarked for Libra. This is so nice. We've got this the strength card. I don't know why I want to say six. I guess because we got Goldilocks feeding all the bears, befriending all the bears. Tremendous amount of internal personal strength. This is, I feel like Libra is going to be really working nicely with the flow of the universe. We have a Four of Pentacles, and you notice this is somebody who's going to either be surprised that, Libra shows up in their life or something, or Ace of Cups, or this is somebody who very delightfully notices, recognizes that, wow, Libra comes across as really warm, really friendly, really loving. This feels like it's someone who knows Libra, who's seeing Libra again, and they're like, something's different about this Libra. By the way, I will just mention, Libra was carrying a baby here, and we have Libra carrying a baby here. So this could be the hopes, the wishes, the dreams, the goals that Libra had. It doesn't have to be a human baby, but anything that we want to nurture, I look at as the baby. But if Libra brought that into this storyline, it could be that Libra, while they were healing, kind of put some chapter of their life on hold a little bit, and now they're able to come back to it. And this could be somebody Libra hasn't talked to in a long time. You know, when we start to socialize again after we've gone on this kind of silent, withdrawn healing journey, we might come back in and people are like, wow, you look amazing. You look so good. I can see you're all revved up. You're happy. You're so much happier than I saw you last time. And I can just tell you're like so ready to blossom whatever this goal was, whatever this thing was that you used to love doing. I mean, this could be as simple as, the first thought that came to mind, just because I guess he's sitting in this kind of like an antique shop or possibly even a bookstore. It could be that Libra's just now ready to come back and, like patronize the business again, or, sometimes businesses host, like let's say it's a historical society and Libra hasn't been at any of the meetings lately. Now Libra's back wanting to, create a fundraiser for the historical society, anything along those lines. Like, it's hard when we're exhausted or tired or healing to have the energy to pour into our hopes, our dreams, or the interests and hobbies that we have. But Libra's back. We have Hanged Man. Whoever this person is, they don't want to put pressure on Libra and like force Libra to either talk to them or jump back in. They're noticing the changes in Libra, but they're also still pausing and letting Libra take the lead toward them. I don't get a vibe that this has to have been a lover. It may or may not have been. I'm not sure. We got the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, definitely there's this energy of, let's just say it's friendship, companionship. They want Libra back in their life. I can say that for sure. But they waited and let Libra do what they had to. It does come up as a masculine, but it doesn't look like somebody that hurt Libra and Libra's healing from them. This is somebody else. This is like, maybe Libra pushed this, if it was a lover or a potential lover, maybe Libra, was asked out by this person and Libra was like, I'm sorry, I'm not dating right now. Honestly, I got to go. This is just not a good time for me, and maybe a couple months have passed and Libra's showing back up wherever this person is. And they're like, They're not going to ask Libra out again because they want to not overwhelm Libra, but they're really happy to see Libra again. They'll take friendship if that's what they can get, but they're not going to put pressure on Libra. What does Libra want with them, if anything, here? Death card, Queen of Swords. Hey, can we start over? This is awesome. With the Queen of Swords being here in particular, this is Libra in, again, one of their finest energies, right? We already saw Libra as the Empress, but now also as a Queen of Swords. So very empowered, very clear, great boundaries, but also like really ready to communicate and talk. I feel like Libra is quite the adventurer. They're very intellectual. I feel like they have a lot of interests, a lot of hobbies, things that they want to like. I almost, because I always look at this as like my Indiana Jones card, and we have this feminine, oh God, there's a really great series of books by Elizabeth Peterson, and they're all about like her travels throughout Egypt as, you know, an archaeologist. And it, you know, the writer really did many of the things that are in the book, but then she was a great writer also, and, you know, very fictional. And, but it's really great adventures. It's like the female version of like an Indiana Jones in some respects. But also it's hilarious because the character is so freaking pompous, and she just writes, she writes herself as this incredibly overbearingly pompous character, but she's still very likable. Anyway, that's what this reminds me of. I'm not saying Libra is overbearing or pompous at all. Just that just made me think of that series of books. Maybe Libra's a writer, maybe Libra has an adventurous streak, but Libra's inquisitive and interested. This is the natural state of them when they're not sad or pulled down. And I just feel like Libra is back with gusto, hunger. She wants to get to know this person. Libra might really want to engage and pick up right wherever they left off. If there was a project Libra wanted to work on, if Libra wanted to maybe date this person before but wasn't ready, now it just might be the right time. We have got the Magician in the reverse. We got the Emperor upright. Okay, I don't know for sure if he's like, I wasn't trying to like make Libra think that I'm an emperor. I hope they don't have the wrong idea of me. I hope they know I'm not, you know, like trying to pull the wool over their eyes. I don't know. He kind of comes across as super humble. He may really be an emperor then. You notice how he's not pushy. You notice how he's not, you know, forcing his way into Libra's life. He would be honored to be friends or something. But I'm wondering if this is what makes him a true emperor. You know, the fact that he's understanding of other people's boundaries, doesn't try to force his way into somebody's life. But also it's like, I hope I haven't, you know, given the wrong impression or something. He was not trying to, this doesn't mean that he's not like attracted or doesn't want Libra, but he wasn't ever trying to manifest like, oh, Libra needs to get healed and get back here. That is just not the way he's been behaving. And I think it's really, it's just really nice to see that. We got the Eight of Wands. He's all about starting communication though, but it's interesting. This seems to be a story of a very powerful divine feminine who did what she had to do. She's back to life. She's back to, you know, the previously scheduled program. She's very empowered, and she's ready to get back to the interests that she had. She's no longer heartbroken or downtrodden or whatever had happened to this Libra. And now she's ready for the good life, the next chapter. She's ready to go after the people, the situations, the adventures that she wants to have. He is more than willing, to welcome Libra into his world. He's letting Libra kind of set the stage, not because he doesn't have wants, but he's being very, very respectful, like letting Libra come to him. And forgive me for saying it this way, but I'm going to liken Libra to a bit of a feral cat for a bit. Feral cats, you know, you put out food for them, but you don't try to pet them. You know, that's not what they want. They don't want to be trapped. But you like them, and you hope one day that they'll choose to like become a cat that wants to be around you. So you keep putting out food. But even once the cat starts to show that they like you and rub up against your legs, sometimes you're still real careful about, you know, you don't scoop it up and, you know, snuggle it, even though you might be dying to. And I feel like that's the relationship he has right now with Libra. Like, he's been kind of patient and an open book. And it's like when Libra's ready to come to him and welcomes snuggles, awesome. He's got plenty of snuggles to share. This just feels, we don't usually get storylines like this. Now, of course, the whole storyline could be flipped, but we saw pretty strong character driven where Libra was the one who pushed him away and is just now ready to interact with him. He could be an Aries, does not have to be, but we definitely see a lot of patience here, and we see him also. He could be a Pisces. We did have that Hanged Man as well, but we just see him being very open to, if Libra is interested, definitely. But Libra will probably have to show him the signals that it's okay, to for you to approach me like you're interested in me. I'm interested in you. I do think that Libra is in the power position here of like welcoming this. All right, I'm going to leave this one here. You guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys hanging with me. Laura, great to see you again tonight. That is so awesome. Oh, I'm sorry about your puppy dog, but I'm so happy that your Siamese feral cat knew to come to you and that you were a safe home. That is so awesome. You probably needed your kitty cat and your kitty cat needed you. Rhonda, good to see you. Deep Blue Night Thoughts, awesome to catch you. I love that. I love that, Deep Blue Nights. Cataclysmic Awakening, wonderful to see you, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. Astrid Noid, hi, babe. Abu, hi. I haven't said hi to you in ages. Carrie Wilson, also great to catch you. Carrie, I'm going to put out a Taurus video, I think, right after this, okay? Because I'm a little bit behind on Taurus. So, and I know you like Taurus, and that just sparked my memory that I was thinking if I had time tonight, I would get to Taurus. So we'll do that one next. Hey, Jax. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, sweetie. Annette Summersby, hi again, honey. John Little, good to see you in the house. Hi, April. And Ferrari 111, thank you again. Good to see everybody. AC, hey, darling. Oh my God, I almost didn't say hi to AC. How did I almost miss you there? All right, you guys. Lots of love. Oh, Rhonda, I'm so sorry, my love. I'm so sorry about your puppy, Jack. I hope that he's still with you, though, and, you feel his presence at least. I'm so sorry, honey. All right, you guys. Take care. I'll see you guys again soon.